guys.
Hey guys, it's Mark
And Michelle.
and poor Michelle hurt her back earlier. So
Yep, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at Tulsa yesterday. You know that. We were outside a lot, and the cedar pollen is pretty bad. And then there's the ragweed pollen. And we both woke up very inflamed.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Krista. And so I was bending over to pet my kitty, and yoink! Oh, this is not good.
So she's been standing up straight all day, as straight as she can.
So I think maybe the inflammation, I don't know. I've had lots of healing tea today. And hi, Helen. And I've had lots of supplements. Thank you, Krista. It's not as bad as it could be, I'm sure. So, see, I'm here. I just am not moving very much.
Yes, but Michelle has a tolerance for pain like no one else I know. So
I breathe a lot.
yes, well, there you go. Breathe through the pain.
So I was doing cleaning up the dishes in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the water faucet stopped flowing completely. And I was like, Mark, there's no water coming out.
Now, I'm just going to say, we've never had that happen. Well, I heard it, and I heard it.
We have had it happen in both bathrooms.
No, not to that extent. And so, not to that extent. And so,
yeah, my water has completely stopped in the bathroom before.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember it completely stopping in there, but in my bathroom, it just fizzled to yeah, you're right. It did completely stop in both bathrooms because there's little filters in the faucets, and these filters got gunked up. Shall I tell them?
Well, that's what we were going to talk about.
Oh, okay, fine. In my bathroom, the filters got gunked up with plastic, black pieces of plastic, and I'm like, okay, that's in the water supply here, and I'm like, okay, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
And gross. And so I heard the water stop. I just thought you turned it off, in the kitchen.
Right.
And she goes, it stopped. And she's up there.
There's nothing coming out.
Right. And
that's how you turn it on and off.
Right. It's a little lever that you pull towards you or push away from you. And so even in her bathroom, it was still pieces of black plastic. They got caught in that little filter and stopped all the water from coming out.
Well, I saw rocks and things in
there was some black gunk in there, probably from the insides of the pipes.
Maybe.
And so
which is why we don't drink the water here.
Yes.
Now I shower in it, and I probably should get a filter.
Yeah, and I take a bath in it. It's chlorine water.
It is.
But my dad, a couple weeks back, might have been, I guess it was a couple weeks. Excuse me. My dad was in the hospital for surgery, and we were sitting in the waiting room, and there was a woman sitting there talking, and Michelle and I were talking about the medical meeting and diet and heal your autism and all that good stuff. And we got 3 viewers, besides the viewers that we know about. And so we were sitting there, and there was a lady from another town here in Oklahoma. She was at the Veterans Administration Hospital, and her husband was undergoing surgery too. Well, Michelle and her got talking about the medical meeting diet, and they were talking about water. And this lady, I'm guessing she was maybe in her 80s, 70s?
70s probably.
70s. And she said, well, it's really horrible. She said, in our county, the county sends out a notice not to drink our water.
Right.
I'm like,
we think a lot of Oklahomans are sick because they drink this water.
yes.
I don't know what all is in it, but
I don't want to know, because if I see black plastic in it, nothing else can
I know
be
there's a
worse.
lot of minerals.
Nothing else can be much worse. There is, and it's kind of heavy water.
Yeah, it is. My hair doesn't do anything here. If I go home to Missouri for like a week, my hair is just like, yes.
Right. It's not burdened with all that.
With
all that toxic overload. Right. You're poisoning yourself through your hair, through your scalp. But that's what we wanted to talk about tonight, because we lived in Atlanta for 14 years.
It's pretty good water.
14, 15 years. It was pretty good water, but you could definitely taste the chlorine.
We used a Brita filter, but you could because they would last forever. Here, a Brita filter, you put on your faucet, that would probably last 2 weeks here.
Yeah, if that, because there's just so much physical crap in the water that you can see. And I remember, I think it was after we fixed both of the bathroom faucets that I poured some water in it.
Uh-oh.
The cat's knocked something down in her
was.
studio. We'll go check it out in a little bit. But I poured some water into a glass from the kitchen faucet and saw little black things floating down. And I'm not talking about the size of little tiny pieces of pepper. I'm talking about like a millimeter square. And I'm like, yeah.
But it could have been what was stuck in the faucet.
More than likely. And in the kitchen faucet tonight, it was black, hard crust, probably gunked up stuff from inside the pipes. But our living in Atlanta, in 2005, we decided we didn't want to drink the water, because we were still doing diets and different things. This kind of, we're like, no. So let's get, we got 5-gallon containers that you could pour from. And so we went to the Whole Foods. And I think pretty much every time I need one, we went to the Whole Foods because we didn't live that far from it.
Yeah.
And so we'd fill up the water, and we were only drinking enough water. We'd have to fill 10 gallons a week. Nowadays, we go through that far quicker. Only because we're not cooking. Yeah, we cook with the water. We
get Whole Foods water.
We do.
Out of their machine.
And
now,
it's good
Medical
water.
Medium wants everyone to have a Berkey system. I have it up right here.
Okay.
Berkey Light. It's on his webpage, but not everyone can afford that. So we get our water at Whole Foods. I had it up. Look over there.
Oh, Berkey Light.
Berkey Light with 2.
Oh, those look like charcoal filters.
Yeah.
Inside. There's like a 5-gallon container inverted over another 5-gallon container, and in the upper 5-gallon container, 2 columns, cylindricals, that right, because that's going to make a difference. And apparently, there's filters that go into those columns, and those
filters.
4 filters, and those 4 filters are probably filled with charcoal, activated
It
charcoal.
says if you'll move the mouse right there.
BP, 2 fluoride filters, 2 black filters, purifies up to 4 gallons. Berkey Light.
So
that's not as bad. Okay.
He wants everyone to have a Berkey Light to have good water.
Yeah, $323.
Yeah, $323.
For groups of up to 10 to 20 people.
So we get our water at Whole Foods, and we have for a while.
Yeah, and they get the city water, but they send it through a series of filters, reverse osmosis, and a bunch of other stuff. So it's really pretty clean water, and you don't taste chlorine or anything else.
Yeah.
And but the Berkey system is a good system, but again, it's pricey.
Yeah.
So we just get our water from Whole Foods, and I would suggest you guys definitely consider getting water from a local vendor, out of one of their machines, making sure it gets filtered, reverse osmosis, sent through a carbon filter, like a charcoal filter and that kind of stuff. Because chlorine, you don't need extra chlorine.
Well, fluoride,
you don't need
he
that.
said that's a byproduct of aluminum.
Yeah, fluoride is an independent chemical, but however they must make it to add it to water probably comes from an aluminum process. But
he also talks about antibiotics being in the water.
Mm-hmm. And other heavy metals. You're exposed to heavy metals and pollutants of all kinds all day long.
Well, think about all the hormones from women taking birth control, and there's all kinds of stuff in the water.
Some of you might not realize that water from human waste and sewage is then treated to extract the water from it, and then that water is then treated further with the chlorine, the fluoride, and God knows what all else, to make that water then drinkable. So it's recycled water, you might say. And so,
but they don't take things out like hormones and antibiotics.
No, because they
don't take it out.
Because it would be too expensive to do that. So that's why we
Wow.
get the filtered water.
It's really
From the
important
store.
to have good water.
Mm-hmm.
I think he also has shower filters and bath filters on there.
Recommends them, I should say. He doesn't have his own that says MM on it.
Correct. You know? They're in his. Well, this was under kitchen tools.
Yeah. But
I don't know where the others would be.
But as far as he talks about, what book was I reading that in? Liver Rescue. He talks about, for those of you folks who want to know, he talks about alkaline water and acidified water. And I should say artificially alkalinized and acidified water. And he says while he's not against them, he says the stomach has to work extra when you drink alkaline water or acidic water to balance that to a pH of about 7.5. Your blood pH is 7.5. Either that or 7.7. It's very close. But he says when you drink alkaline or acidic water, your stomach has to drop everything it's doing and work to balance the pH on that so that it can then go into the intestine and help flush things out. And I thought that was really interesting because that means that your stomach is one of the first lines of defense against anything that goes into it. And if it isn't working properly, then it's not going to defend you like it needs to. So you might say, because as he says, you might say your stomach is the beginning of your immune system.
And that's where celery juice comes in.
Exactly. And because the celery juice is there to help acidify your system by donating protons to hydrochloric acid to make more hydrochloric acid.
He talks about the water in celery or fruits as living water.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you put lemon or lime in your water, it makes your water come to life.
Right. Now, he doesn't really say what that means, and he says it's more effective when you add water or add lemon or lime to it. But
it might be an energy thing.
It could be, because you have to take that into account when you're healing. Your energy changes. What I mean by that is your physical energy, but then the you might say vibration you put out to the universe. I think that's a good way to put it. As you heal, you're learning to respect and love yourself, and that definitely has been what happened to us. And as you heal, you're learning to respect and love yourself, and you put that love and respect for yourself out into the universe, and that vibrates with other people who are like you and attracts them to you, and circumstances too. And so I think that's something that we've never really talked about much in depth. We've talked about energy medicine, but we haven't really talked about the love and respect you have for yourself when you heal yourself. You know, maybe we ought to do a show on that.
Yeah.
But but I think that's important to know, because the reason you decided to heal yourself more than likely stems from you felt so bad and you were tired of feeling bad. And what you realized is you deserved better.
Yeah, that's the key right there.
You
unlocked it.
You felt so bad that you didn't understand why you deserved to feel that bad. And all of a sudden,
even if you've read all the things that said it's your thinking that caused you to be that sick, that's BS.
Yeah, it's not. There is a physical part of you that you have to live with.
Yes.
I mean, we are spirits.
We've got several bodies, and most of them are energetic. But we do have a physical body, and we have to look at it and take care of it.
We have to take care of those other bodies too. And I'll be honest, Michelle and I both started taking care of those other bodies before we realized that our physical bodies needed it just as much.
Well, I think it just took us that long to figure out what was wrong with our physical body.
Well, yeah, I'll go with that. Because if you don't know what's wrong, you don't know where to start.
And medical medium was a miracle to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, and me. Because without that heavy metal detox smoothie, and we're going into that next,
okay,
if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Without that heavy metal detox smoothie, I wouldn't have gotten rid of the last vestiges of my autism.
Yeah.
I would not have. My communication would not be where it is today. My emotions and my verbal communication would not have coincided, and I could not express a complete communicatory thought or intent without that heavy metal detox smoothie detoxing my heavy metals. And that brings me to this. It's okay to continue, or did you something else?
That's fine.
Okay. On one of the other autism groups that I was talking about today, I recommend that heavy metal detox smoothie quite a bit. And a health coach, or another health coach, however you want to, she chided me for recommending the heavy metal detox smoothie, because she said that the detox smoothie might be, as she put it, can cause adverse reactions in some kids. Okay, I understand. But as Michelle pointed out, those adverse reactions are detox reactions, because we used to think they were adverse reactions.
So what, when I first started this diet, I did the recipe that he said religiously.
Yes,
I was like,
we both did.
This is it. I'm doing it. And I couldn't figure out why I kept being sick. And I finally figured out I'm doing too much.
Yes, and we were sick for months.
Yeah, for months before we figured it out.
Realized it is the heavy metal detox smoothie, but we're doing too much.
We were too sick to do that much all at once.
Yeah.
And these kids that have autism, they are sick.
I've told some people recently in the past, like past year, that it seems as if autism today is sicker than the autism I had. We all had autism.
Yeah.
But it's just that they see kids today with autism seem to have far more complications with it than I did with mine.
Pandas alone. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And
when we first met, you weren't quite like that.
No, it got worse.
Probably because we were married and we were swapping stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And
I was sick.
Yeah, with EBV and that kind of stuff. So, but the heavy metal detox smoothie is a miracle worker. No, its name isn't Helen Keller. But it really is. And so the lady objected. I said, look, I understand what you're saying, but I told her, I said, I know quite a few kids who have been on it and have seen no adverse reactions at all. And what she meant was, she's assuming that adverse reactions are allergic reactions. It's not the same thing. Detox reactions are clearing out of toxins, and it causes your emotions to go haywire at times. I know, because I've done it. You'll get sicker with strep, because the heavy metal detox smoothie fights strep and viruses, as well as detoxing from heavy metals. It does all three of those things.
It's very potent.
It is. And so detox reactions are not adverse or allergic reactions. And if you are allergic to any of the ingredients in the detox smoothie, there are alternate ingredients to use.
And also, you can't just go buy the cheap spirulina.
Exactly.
You have to get what he recommends, because he checks everything for integrity.
He does.
So if you cheap out, you don't know what you're getting.
Exactly. And so you must buy high quality stuff. If you can't buy what he recommends, you have to check what you get. You just do. But I definitely say get what he recommends. Now, people say, oh, it's too expensive. I get it.
It lasts a long time.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Because you're using so little that it may take you 3 or 4 months to go through a whole bag of spirulina.
Right.
Or dulse. Or, because Michelle and I did that heavy metal detox smoothie for 35 days straight. And then we continued on doing it periodically after that. But it brought up so much strep, probably viruses.
So much that I don't hardly have trouble with strep at all now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was cool. It was really hard to go through.
And I still can, but that just means I had a lot more strep than she did, apparently. So don't knock the heavy metal detox smoothie unless you've tried it.
In low levels. In low doses.
In low levels.
And different,
And don't come back to me and say, oh, I tried it for 6 days. Yeah, whatever. if you're going to try it, you're going to do it right, and you're going to stay on it for 30 days because he recommends, doesn't
28
recommend that?
days.
Yeah,
28
he recommends that heavy metal detox smoothie for 28 days.
Right.
So you're going to do it at least 28 days before you come back to me and say, oh, it didn't work.
It's life-changing.
It is life-changing. It really is.
It's changed our lives.
Mm-hmm. And
you can even see it. If you watch our first live, you will see that we're both still sick.
Yep. And then
now watch this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. It's a huge difference after 21 months.
And we had been doing it. Did we start in November doing the lives on here?
Yeah, we ought to start sooner than that because
maybe it was July.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe it was sooner than that. Maybe it was March.
No, we were doing them in March.
Okay, so we'd been on it for 2 months at that point.
Yeah. March of 2018 until now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can definitely see a difference. But what else do we want to cover?
Well, we didn't get the book done today.
No, we didn't get the book done.
We woke up inflamed and didn't feel good all day.
No, but we will get to it.
We will get it done.
We will.
But you can download the other book at www.healyourautism.com.
And continue to do, Buried Alive, One Man's Journey Out of Autism.
And the book we will be finishing at some point is called
Heal Your Autism's Do-It-Yourself Guide. Healing Begins in Your Kitchen.
That was good, Mark.
Right. Yeah, I memorized it. And then you will definitely want to continue with the celery juice.
At your level.
The heavy metal detox smoothie.
At your level.
And
lemon water.
Lemon water or lime water at your level. Oh, alternate ingredients. If cilantro you can't stand, then instead use parsley. Italian parsley, not the curly parsley, because it's milder.
Use very, very small. I mean, you can start with 1 leaf of cilantro, and that's going to do something.
And we've seen this heavy metal detox. I know people right now I'm helping who are using the heavy metal detox smoothie on their young kids. We're talking about 4 or 5 years old. And Michelle knows Medical Medium Mommy on Instagram, and she used it on her son, who was probably 4 or 5 when he started. Something like that. I don't remember. But I also know people in their 20s who are using it and seeing great benefits from it.
Right. So, but we've told everyone to start slow.
You got to start slow.
You have to start slow.
Yeah. You don't knock something that you haven't actually investigated. I mean, really. You really need to check it out for yourself, and you need to do it for a long period of time. Yeah, but it's hard to know. I mean, it took us a while to figure out. Well, it did. That's why I said you have to. But that's why you have to keep going with it. You just have to keep persevering for anything to work. Success is 99% perspiration. It is. She'll tell you that. So will I. You just keep going. When you stop, you're like, okay, fine. And then you go, all right, I'm going to get back on it and do it. And you just keep doing it. That's what it is. So, all right, guys. See you tomorrow. So that's about water and the heavy metal detox smoothie. Absolutely. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.